watching it here. We're in the 9th round, and every round pretty much has gone to Conor Benn. He's been the one. He's looked stronger, looks more on it. Chris Eubank Jr. just didn't seem to be at it at all. The last round, the 8th round, right at the end of the round, he seemed to be showing a little bit of fight. And now he's showing a little bit. He's just showing a little bit in the 9th round. But I tell you what, it's all been Conor Benn. Unless Chris Eubank Jr. gets a knockout, this is an easy win. An easy win for Conor Benn. All week I've been saying this is logically, you were saying this is a win for Chris Eubank Jr. But even I started to wane just before the fight. The last couple of days started to wane, thinking, do you know what? Conor Benn, I don't know. There's something about him. He looks. Conor Benn is the kind of guy you think, right? If you go out with him for a night out, you're thinking, bloody hell, what are you doing, Conor Benn? What are you doing, Conor? You're always getting yourself into trouble. Just calm the fuck down. Whereas Chris Eubank Jr., you're thinking, where's the life in your son? And you're talking in riddles. So you kind of think that you'd lean towards Conor Benn as a night out, kind of lean towards. But in terms of boxing, it's all been Conor Benn. All been Conor Benn. And Chris Eubank Jr. He's kind of really not been able to get a jab off, not been able to get the combinations off, not being able to move and jab and move out of the way of Conor Benn at all. Bit lethargic there. I mean, showing spirit, showing heart. But it's all been Conor Benn. And I wouldn't say Conor Benn's even fought fantastically well either. It's just been relentless pressure. But it's just like the Chris Eubank Jr. has just not even been there. It's just, weird, very weird contest here. Very weird contest. I thought I'd come and do a quick live show because I thought at any point now, we're going to get a knockout. At any point now, this is the only reason I'm going live here, because I thought at any point now, we're going to get a knockout, Conor Benn. But Chris Eubank Jr. seems to be, fighting fire with fire a little bit. And the problem is, dare I say it, it's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late to be fighting fire with fire now, because you've lost the first 9 rounds, or 8 rounds, certainly. You've just totally lost the first 9 rounds. So, I don't know. I don't know what, because Chris Eubank Jr. came in light, really, and he seems to prove that he can totally make the weight. And he actually came heavier on the round 2 of on the weigh-ins. Came in heavier than Conor Benn. And he looks the bigger guy. But Conor Benn looks more settled at the weight. He definitely looks more settled at the weight. And, I was thinking the last day or two that I thought, Conor Benn's got this. Conor Benn's got this. But up until a couple of days ago, I was thinking, no, Chris Eubank Jr.'s got it. But, hey, listen, hello in the chat there, hello. Let us know what you think, thoughts are. But I'm watching this live as you're watching this live. Round 10 just started. Conor Benn still looks full of energy. He's still headhunting, really. Conor Benn it's a lot more composed from Conor Benn this time. A lot more controlled. He's not swinging from last week. In the first fight, he was swinging from last week. It was all wrong. It was very easy to pick off in many ways. But in this fight, no, a lot more composed. A lot more disciplined. Looks good. Conor Benn looks good. I got to say, he looks good. The question is, I don't know if they've said it on the commentary. The question is, they're all saying before the fight, he's going back down to 147. I'm not sure he needs to go back down to 147. I think if he's going to drop down to 154, possibly, see how you go, bring this aggression. And he's got to bring this aggression, because the problem is, with the 2 fights that he fought, 154, before the first Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. fight, he didn't look that impressive. And I saw those fights, and he just didn't look good at all. And he's got to bring this aggression. He's got to bring it. And I just think he just, you know, in the 10th here, he's given as good as he's getting from Chris Eubank Jr. I wouldn't say Chris Eubank Jr. looks in trouble. It's just that Conor Benn looks on top. Let us know your thoughts out there. He just, great left hand there, great left hook there from Conor Benn. He just looks stronger. He just looks as if Chris Eubank Jr. can't hurt him. That's what it looks like. He can't hurt him. Yeah. I'm looking at it as you're looking at it now. It's just, I thought the knockout was going to come in, at the end of the 8th or 9th. I thought it was coming. But now they're both swinging. They're both going for it. It's starting to come alive in the sort of 8th, 9th, 10th round now. It's starting to get, they're both going for it. And Chris Eubank Jr., I think he's kind of ruined the day here. He's ruined the day thinking, fucking hell, I should have done this earlier in the fight. I should have done it earlier. But fair play to Conor Benn. Absolutely 100% fair play to Conor Benn. He's taken it to Chris Eubank Jr. He's had a game plan, totally composed, totally on point, and he's outboxed him, basically. Outfought him. Brilliant. Okay, so that's the end of the 10th. Conor Benn's just going back to his corner, looking easy street. He looks a bit tight. Of course he does. It's the 10th round, right? Easy street, though. That was more of an even round. I get it. I give it that. I still give it to Conor. Just like it earlier. Do you know what? Some of the earlier fights in the night. Gilly against his fight against Davis. That was so hard to call. So hard to call for me. Davis. I was thinking Davis had got it and he got it, and I was thinking so many rounds, so hard. React Paul. Wow, that was such a convincing win against Welch there. Brilliant from React Paul. Azim, fantastic display against Scobie, and then Cattrall as well against Esserman. Brilliant fight, I thought. Technical, great, ebbing and flowing. Esserman came straight back into it, but Cattrall got him out there. But this one, it surprised me actually. It surprised me how much Conor Benn has totally dominated the fight. Okay, I know the last couple of rounds has kind of gone even Stevens a little bit. Eubank Jr.'s come back into it. He's kind of landing the right hand a little bit more. Conor Benn's just getting in there. They're tying up a little bit. But the first 9 rounds, you could argue 100% Conor Benn. 100%. Ben looks determined, 100%. He does. He's got it. The thing is, in the first fight, he looked determined. He had a bit between his teeth, but he lacked that composure. He lacked it. But this fight, he's got all the composure. Eubank Jr.'s come back into this fight. It's too late. It's too late now. Eubank Jr. is basically the next round and a half has got to knock him out. He's got to knock him out. I've turned the volume down on the commentary now, and I'm just basically just looking at the visuals. I'm not even being impacted or influenced by the commentary. But surely, the commentary's got to be saying exactly what I'm thinking. It's kind of even Stevens now, but Conor Benn lands a nice right hand there. They're both sizing each other out. They're both landing shots, but it's not enough from Chris Eubank Jr. He's got to go for the knockout. He's got to knock him out. He's got to lose this fight. 100%. And do you know what? It's an easy win for Conor Benn. An easy win here. If he doesn't knock him out, this would be a bad loss for Chris Eubank Jr. I would say it's a bad loss. But it looks, Is it the same as the first fight? Lots of people are saying it wasn't going to be the same. I thought it was going to be the same. They're building it up, building up. Do you know what? Unfortunately, and this is not what I want to see. I don't want to see this. Well, he just knocked him over. Is that a slip? No, he's caught as a slip. I thought he knocked EUBANK Jr. over, but it's a slip. More of a nudge with the elbow, the refs just said. But do you know what? Benn wins this fight easily. I can say it right now because I can't see a knockout coming. Benn wins this fight easily. And it's going to be a wide margin, right? I saw pundits already talking about a trilogy. 1-1. You say he sets it up perfectly for a trilogy. But I say what? I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it. I just thought, well, I'd rather Conor Benn go back down, if he's adamant, but go back down on 147, or if he drops down on 154, do that. Go and get a world title. Chris EUBANK Jr., that's it. I don't know where he goes from here, actually. Because if he won this, his stock was still so high. And, he could get fights with Canelo. He could get fights with, middleweights, super middleweights. Big money fights. He could even change trainers and say, right, okay, let's go, but, let's go Crawford. That was never going to happen. It was a long shot. But he's kind of blown it, really, in terms of what could happen next. Chris EUBANK Jr., 12th round now, he's got to go for the knockout. It's not coming. It's not coming. It's getting a bit scrappy. He's getting tangled up. Conor Benn's got on the ropes, getting tangled up a little bit. I'm not saying this is a shutout, but if it isn't an 11-9, an 11-9. It's what we're talking, a 116, 112, something like that. At best, I think it's a 116 and 112. I can't see it much more than that, or much less than that, I should say. But Benn's just looked so much better, so much on point. Chris EUBANK Jr.'s, I'm not going to say he's let himself down, but he just hasn't looked on it. And he's looked. He stayed in there. Fair play to him. And he hasn't got knocked out. Fair play to him. And it's not as if that Conor Benn has been able to carry the power to knock him out. Fair play. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't look good for Chris EUBANK Jr. in this fight. Conor Benn just looks so much more on. Oh, there you go. He's just taken him out. He's knocked him over. He's knocked him over. 12th round. That's it. This is a standing 8 count. Chris EUBANK Jr. is out. He's going to carry on. But this is over. This is over for Chris EUBANK Jr. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, Conor Benn is going for it. He's going for the knockout. This is going to be a stoppage. This is going to be a stoppage. It's going to be, because Conor Benn is just headhunting now. Headhunting. The ref is poised. He's poised. He's gone over again. He's straight back up. Chris EUBANK Jr. Fair play. Another standing 8 count. Chris EUBANK Jr., I tell you what, he's game. He's game. He's like going, come on, I'll fight you. But he's lost it. We know he's lost it. There we go. Conor Benn, it's over. It's over. Conor Benn is victorious. We don't even need to hear the result. We don't even need to hear it. Conor Benn has won it. Nigel Benn climbing over the seating. Easy win. Easy win. That's it.
What can you say?
Conor Benn, onwards and upwards. Chris EUBANK Jr., the fallout is going to be here. I thought the knockout was going to come out earlier.
Fair play, Conor Benn.
Fair play, Conor Benn. You done it, son. You done it. Right, I'm out.
Thanks for watching.